Hello, James.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
It's really nice to see you guys. And have you started the harvest?
Nearly today or tomorrow. So it's a big activity. So Sebastien, he wake up this morning, I think, very early. We were expecting to start on Monday, but finally we have to start tomorrow.
Because it's been very dry and hot, no? The weather.
The weather, yeah, it's quite strange because yesterday it was very warm, but it was like 37 degrees yesterday, and the day before it was 22 degrees. We have, of course, we start the harvest. It was probably one of the earliest harvests we ever had. It's strange, but we still have a nice acidity on the grapes, so that is probably it will be probably a nice vintage.
One thing I was always interested in is your wines always have extraordinary richness, and I never really asked you, but are you doing barrel fermentation or are you just picking later, or what's that do, that richness and intensity?
First of all, we are completely fan about we are a great fan about our terroir. i.e. terroir. i.e. it's very the terroir. It's 20 centimeters of ground and 200 meters of pure chalk. It's unique with a source exposure, but at the same time, we have a chance here is because we are the Marne River just on the bottom of the slope, make like a snake, and it's give like it's like an integrated cooling system, So you have a source exposure, the Pinot Noir already burned by the sun, but at the same time you have this freshness due to the Marne River. In AE, we have two grapes. We have the Pinot Noir and the Chardonnay. The Chardonnay are mostly on the bottom of the slope, on the foot of the slope, and the Pinot Noir are on the slope. So the Chardonnay are very rich. In AE, nearly 25% is planted in Chardonnay, and it's unique because the two grapes are Grand Cru. It's unique in Champagne because the other one you can have the other 16 villages you can have only Chardonnay or Pinot Noir. In AE, you have the both are Grand Cru. The Chardonnay here in AE are quite much more richer than the other one because they are on the bottom of the slope. And in the Pinot Noir, the characteristic, this is this freshness. You have the G, our logo, it's a G with two dots. The two dots is the same as AE. And the two dots, one dot is for the terroir of AE, and another dot, it's another great terroir, is the Argonne forest. The Argonne forest is 70 kilometers from Champagne on the northeast. And this forest, Sebastien and Claude, they are working for more than 30 years with the Argonne forest because in 1950, the Argonne for all the Champagne were vinified in the barrel from Argonne forest. The character you have in 1950, you have more than 150 coopers in the Argonne forest. Now you have 0. And because it was after the people, they start to discover in the 50s, 60s, they start to discover the big tanks and everything. It was much more easier. So, but the characteristic is very well adapted to vinify the Champagne in this forest. Why? Because the soil in this forest is very poor. The trees to grow up take 250 years. And the grain inside, you have a very high density on the grain. That is very unique. And that's it. And they know by experience that if they vinified the same wine in the barrel from this part of the forest or from another part in the forest, it has not the same taste.
Extraordinary.
We vinified in barrel. What we do after the press, we just make it settle down, clearing the wine with a cooling system. Yeah, and after we put in a barrel on the fine lees. The vinification is on the fine lees. And the main advantage we have on the fine lees, due to the barrel shape is like that, or for the eggs, you have this movement inside. It's like a natural batonnage, and also it's much more tasty, the wine, and also it's a very big advantage, especially for me because I'm completely allergic to the sulfite. And we don't add any sulfite because the fine leaves are very protective against the oxidation.
Amazing. On va goûter
On commence par MB.
Yep. Oui, absolument. En nez, c'est très évident que le vin, il y a un peu oxydé, mais dans le bon sens. Tu sais que dans le complexité de le vin, c'est riche, mais en même temps, c'est un peu acide, oxydé, complexe. C'est super intéressant.
Je dis toujours que c'est des vins qui sont complexes, mais qui sont pas compliqués à boire, à déguster. Ça, c'est intéressant parce que là, dans ce type de cuvée, on a tout le terroir d'Aï. C'est ce que la fraîcheur du terroir d'Aï, toujours ces petites notes très fraîches, un petit peu mentholées, anisées, qui sont en attaque de goût. Et puis vraiment ce côté après salin qui vient en bouche, ce côté un petit peu coquille d'huître. Mais en même temps, on a des petites notes un petit peu d'agrumes qui sont très très fraîches, un petit peu des notes de clémentine.
Ok, on va goûter le Argonne.
L'Argonne 12.
Yeah, Argonne, yeah.
Et là, c'est un petit peu plus mûr là, on est sur des notes un petit peu agrumes, mais plutôt orange sanguine qui commence à arriver. Le premier, c'est un peu clémentine. Là, on est vraiment sur beaucoup plus concentré, avec beaucoup plus de matière. Et vous voyez, on a une belle bulle très fine.
Oui, très, très.
Beaucoup de matière, c'est très, très riche.
Mais franchement, les deux sont très différents en style. Mais pour moi, en qualité, sont assez proches.
Merci beaucoup.
Et les choses que j'aime bien quand je bois le vin sont tu vraiment le sens que les vins sont faits à main, handmade. Compliment. Merci beaucoup. Bon week-end et bon courage avec le nouvel vendage.
Merci beaucoup, Jess.
Merci.